Hi guys, this is part six on the estate planning. We have talked about the will, we've talked about the trust, we've talked about life insurance and the life insurance trust. We also talk about POD and TOD. POD stands for payable on death, and TOB stands for transfer on death. One is for bank account, another is for real estate or investment account. Today, we're going to talk about one of the biggest estate planning vehicles. That's individual retirement account. There are basically two parts. One is that IRA, which stands for individual retirement account, and then that is 401k. 401k is actually a generic name. It's actually because that's the biggest number, because that refers to private sector employee, their retirement account. Um, but then toward 401k is not the only game in town. We have a 403b. That's for nonprofit. We also have a 457b for local government, state government employees. So just to tell you that the 401k is the best known. Everybody talks about 401k because that's private sector employees, but not the only game in town. Okay. Here, let's talk about the two things. One is that IRA and the 401k. Let's use the 401k refer to all employer-sponsored retirement account. Let's talk about some interesting fact about the retirement account. Uh, First of all, how big is it? It's actually big. It's huge. Actually, the last time I checked into Gemini, it says that by June 30th of 2024, there are about $40 trillion in the retirement account, including both employer-sponsored 401k and IRA. So putting this together is a huge amount of money, right? So there's some other interesting fact that we can talk about. The number one is that the power of compounded interest. Uh, Basically, you can have your 401k or IRA early in the life, in the game, and then let the interest accumulate, reinvested. The money leads to money. So that's what the Albert Einstein says that compound interest is eighth wonder of the world. Okay, I don't know if that's Einstein actually did say that or not, but it just give you a sense of how powerful it is. Okay, and the second thing is that because of the compound interest, the earlier you invested it, the better. In fact, that's why sometimes some parents even give their kids, not even teenager, before teenagers, set up some financial account to so they can accumulate their wealth from early on. That's very smart thing to do because early bird eat the insect, eat the worms, right? So that's another thing. The next thing is that employer, because 401k or whatever, all the other 403, 403b or 457b, these are all employer sponsored retirement account. So basically, you get the free money. It is not exactly free because they're not giving to anybody else, but to their employees, right? So, but they have like a employer matching money, that the matching contributions. Okay, so that's you can't really say no to that, right? And then we also have like two kinds of account. One is that traditional account, and then we have a Roth account. Roth account, some people saying that you don't have to be stupid and not to use Roth account. There's a different discussions, but I agree with one guy who says that in Kipling, they say that don't put all your money into the Roth account. I mean, generally, philosophically, I think it is a very good idea because you don't want to put all your, eggs in a one basket, right? So that's the same with diversity, diversity, and diversity. It's always number one principle that everybody should follow. Plus, if you are expecting you'll be a lower uh, tax basket when you retire, that applies to a lot of, if not most middle class people. When they retire, their major income comes from their salary, right? And then so usually you don't have to convert to all your money from a traditional account to IRA, to Roth IRA or Roth 401k, because when you in the future when you're retired, your income is supposed to go down. Then that puts you in a lower tax basket, bracket or whatever, right? So in that case, you don't have to, do put everything in. Well, the nice thing about that is that you basically you become worry free. You pay tax now, and then in the future, no matter how much your money grow from an investment, the anchor sum will not come to bother you. So that's one thing. You get peace of mind. And also, for a lot of people, high net worth people, it's a good idea to pay the money, pay the tax now, and then get it worry free because unlike a lot of middle class people, after retirement, their income may actually go up. So put them in a higher tax bracket. So in that case, it's a very good idea for you to do the conversion to Roth. Okay, but not everybody. Okay, and even for the high net worth people, it's always it's always a good idea to diversify, not to put in everything in a basket. And then we have two major types when it comes to employer sponsored retirement account. One is that defined contribution, another is a defined benefit. Defined benefit is also known as a pension plan. That's an old school, old style employer sponsored retirement account because they promise you each month they give you certain amount of money into your account. So that that's kind of like a promised land. They promise you each month they give you, although that the amount each month they give you varies based on your seniority, your your contribution, whatever your number of years, right? But then the other one is actually called defined contribution. That's what I call the 401k, commonly known as the 401k. Basically the trend is used to be pension plans very popular, but now they're switching to defined contribution. 401k is getting popular for three reasons. Number one, employer it's a heavy burden with a defined benefit or pension plan. They have to they have to get a lot of money, a lot of administration costs. That's one thing. The second thing is that it's investment risks. With the pension plan, the employer will take the risk of an investment, but with the 401k, employees take the risk. Number three is the portability. Pension plan typically that you stay with this country, stay with this unit, or this working unit, or this company, or this government agency, this schools, police, and then once you're gone, you're gone. So they won't make it portable to other working unit. But the private sector is different story. You can roll over from one employer to another employer. So there's three reasons that explain why the 401k or defined contributions getting popular. Now the defined benefit is only left over by government, huge organizations, financial sectors, and the unionized working places. So let's stop here.